Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how to remove this wooden or plastic panel, depending on what you have, to get access to the light bulbs behind here. And I'm also going to show you how to remove the instrument cluster and everything around. So what do you need? We can start with the tools that you will need for this kind of work. You need a Torx 25 T25 and also a normal screwdriver. Okay, we start with this one, pull it out and remove it. Now down here, don't know if this car has it actually. Yes, it have. There is two, let's see if you can see. There and also there you have these two screws that is holding this panel into place. So you start with removing those, and when I have done so, I'm going to show you the next step. Okay, so now those is off, and you can see that it is starting to move. Now I didn't think about this one, but it is way more easier if you also remove this panel here. So how do you do that? Well, you take this one and then you gently don't want to break anything. I even think actually that you can do like this a little bit. One moment, I need my both hands for this. Okay, so what you do to not break it is that it's like this, and it looks like this underneath. So what you do is that you take something and pull it backwards, and you also lift this edge up or to the front like that, and then you slide it gently backwards. This is to prevent that these two plastic brackets won't break. It's much easier when you pull it, take it and put it in place later. You just press it down. Okay, so underneath here you have two more 25 screws. And I will get back to you when this one is also done, like so. And now you can start to pull it in front just a tiny bit. It was more difficult than that. We need to also remove this one. Yeah. And this holder here sits with two screws. Underneath there. There. Well, I didn't expect this one. This is only done on the 960. So on the S90 it is much more simpler. You also need to remove the two screws that is located underneath here. Down there is one screw. So it sits right there on both sides, so that you can shift this panel backwards. When I'm done with this part here, I'm also going to show you how to do this one on a Volvo S90 98 model. So okay, let us just remove the other screw. Okay, so you don't need to remove this whole panel. You just open it up and then you get the screw out from there. But this panel is not that hard to remove as well. You have this doesn't have the airbag on it. They are a little bit different. The ones that have airbag, they have a plastic cover here that you pull up, and then you have a screw there. This one without any airbag has one screw here, one there, and then a plastic clip that you turn. And it doesn't matter if you turn it clockwise or anti-clockwise. It works both ways. And this panel then just slides off. And it is the same on the driver's side. You have two screws that are located there. And this one it just pops out. You just pull it and then it's off. Okay, let us now proceed with this cover. Okay, and then you take it in the front, lift it up slightly. Or actually, if you're going to do this work and you are only going to remove this one, you actually don't need to remove those two screws there, only the ones in the back here, underneath here. And then you can slide it all back, because then you get more access points to draw this one back. So, and then you remove the stereo, depending on what you have. I'm going to really move my own, and then we proceed. Okay, so now the stereo is gone. Now you take a screwdriver and you place it underneath this bracket here, and then you pull it against you a little bit, so, and you do it on both sides. Not easy to do this one with one hand, so I'm going to let you see the result after, when I'm done. Okay, so now this one is removed a little bit. Now it is important that you have the steering wheel all the way down. And with this wooden panel, you really need to be careful so that you won't break the wood. So maybe the USB. Gently. And then the buttons here is just to, I just usually do like that. They pop out pretty easy. So, push them inwards. And then you have these cables underneath here. Okay, and then you have the light. Now this piece is gone. And if you want to change the light bulbs underneath here, you really need to remove all this because of these 4 screws here. Even if you want to remove this air vents and so on, you need to remove these 4 screws and then that one. And then they are also located up here, 1 screw there and 1 screw over here. And then you have 2 more underneath this clip down here and that one there. And then you have 1 in the middle here, almost in the middle. Okay, so now when this one is gone, this panel there, you can pry this one. It doesn't sit that hard. So and then it is just to unplug it. One moment. So now it looks like this, and you can see that it is also 1 screw hiding there. So now we are going to proceed with removing this one, and then we are going to remove this whole thing. Okay, see you after you have been doing that. Okay, so I said to you as well that I was going to show you how it works on the S90. So you that is familiar with this one, this is how the S90 looks like. Sorry for the panels that is here. I'm doing some work on this car as well. I'm not scrapping it. No. I'm just making some maintenance on it. So what I usually do is that I press it forward in the back, put it inside neutral or some other gear, and then it usually just comes straight up, just like so. Very much easier. And this one, if you don't want it to have it in the way, you just unplug it. Very easy. And for you that doesn't know, actually, I didn't know this one from the beginning, but W, S and E, they should light up. And how that works is that you have this one. You put a screwdriver inside, you turn it anti-clockwise, a half or a quarter, and then it pops out, and then you need to return it. But they are very expensive. They are, I think it is called T5. No, not T5. T3 or T4, something like that. They are the little one. And if you want to have it LED, I don't recommend the ones that is just shining straight forward, because then they won't light up, because you can see that they are in an angle. So what I prefer is that you have the ones that is looking like a light bulb. They is much better to get lights even in this side, and that goes also for this all the buttons on the 960 and S90. They have this kind. Okay, so now if you're looking for to remove this one, you need to be very careful, because it has a computer wire down there, and let's see, yeah, you don't want to break those. You really don't. They are very easy to break, and how you do that one in a proper way to not damage it, I'm going to show you in a second. Okay, so here I have one that is already off, and what you can do is that you put a screwdriver inside here in the front and also in the back, and you can see there. Pry that one off. You open that one up, you press it down on both sides, and then you will have all of this off. I think that is actually the best way to do it, otherwise you will damage this one and you won't have it working anymore. So I think that this way is the best way to do it, and you keep this one inside the car when you're replacing this one. Okay, now we'll go back to how to proceed with the 960. Be right back. Okay, so now I removed this one, and this one has manual climate control. So it has one green contact, and then this one. With you that have the automatic ECC, or electric climate control, you have two green, this big one and then a little one that is for the fan and everything. So then you unplug that one. For this work that you're only going to remove the cluster, you don't need to do more than this. It can be laying there. If you want to change the light bulb, you have one there and then underneath here, and there is one screw there, three screws. You see all the screws there. Let's see. You don't need to remove the bottom ones, so it's only that one, and that one, and also those two here. And then you can take the top of this one off. I will do so, and I will show you how that one looks like in a second. Okay, I removed it because it was easier to get a hold of the screws and everything. So okay, so here you have the two lights that is lighting up this one, and they are, as I think, yeah, precisely, you just drag them out, and they are very easy to change because, yeah, they are like that. Okay, yeah, both of them is like that. So you just pull them out, and then you can see that this one has done its part, and then it's just to change them. For LED light, if you prefer that one, I will go with halogen because I like the light better, as Volvo was intended them to be. Okay, now let us proceed with this part. Okay, after. Okay, so now the screws there is out, and there, and here, these two, they look like this. So you put a screwdriver inside, you press on this bracket here, and then you just slide it down. And then you have one screw there and one screw there. Okay, and now you just pull this one hole off. It's quite easy. Keep in mind to have the steering wheel down at this point. And there it goes. Okay, now this instrument cluster, if you have been working on 940 before, it is the same one. So you have two screws on that side and two screws on this side. Very dirty around the back here, I need to clean it. Okay, so we remove those and we proceed after that. I was thinking that I will also show you how to unplug this one. This is a year model 95. So it is easier if you turn it that direction as I just did, because you have a connection here. Volvo didn't like you to remove it, but I'm going to do it anyway. So that white clip there, unfortunately. Maybe some of you knows how to do this one in a proper way, or does it go like that? Because yeah, looks like that. Okay, never. And then you just proceed. You have a this one here, doesn't matter if it sits there or there, but it should just be there. So then we have this white one. So, and in the end we are stuck with the temperature gauge, the wire there, and that is one just to drag a little bit and it should come off like so. So now you have this whole thing out. Maybe some of you asks about the kind of light bulbs that you have back here, and what I discovered is that you have this one here, but for some reason, I don't really know why, Volvo decided to not use those kind on the gauge for the outer temperature. You twist them and then you pull them out. This one is a sad story because it is, I don't know the English word for it, I am Swedish. I don't remember what to say about soldered. I think the word is soldered into place, this light bulb here. So you need to get this whole one. And luckily for me, one moment, I have one. So now I can have light again to see the temperature outside. The color of it doesn't matter really that much. I hope not. They say Osram, and on the package that I got it says 2 watt 12 volt. Yeah, so there you have it. This is how you remove a instrument cluster on a 960, and then you put it back together again, and enjoy. It's quite fun. Take care everyone. If you like my channel and if you want to have to see more of my videos about how to do these kind of things, press the notification down there, I think it is, and also the push button to follow me to see new videos. I am doing many works on my 960s car and also on my S90. So if there is any movie that you would like to see, make a comment down below and we will see. I know how to remove pretty much everything on these cars, and I have been over the years I have almost been putting this one down to bare metal and then put them back on again. So I know pretty much everything about how to do. I have been removing this one, for example. That was when I was installing sound system in my car. As you can see here, I have a bunch of cables. I have a subwoofer in the back of my car, and I like good music, but I also want everything to look stock. I don't want things to look somehow. So if you look, you won't see any cables laying around, even though I haven't really put back the panels and everything. But I want to have things in order. So if you like my channel, please subscribe, and see you next time. Bye bye.